I don't know, do like a debrief of like the crazy weekend that was Hershey.
We can do that.
And
Very organic. I love not preparing. I just love giving
yeah, me
a
too.
knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, it really is the best. If you guys are tuning back in, this is Jay Unleashed. Welcome back to the podcast. This is a very special episode. We have the one and only Jayne Gallagher with us. In studio virtually, all the way in Jersey, where I
That's
got
right.
little showgirl. Yeah.
God, how is
And
she?
she's doing really good. I think she's is a really good girl. I mean, I'm not used to having a puppy. I've like bring her outside and like watching to chew things. I was smacked back into the reality of having a puppy really quickly, but it's worth it. I love her so much.
100%. She'll get over that really quick, and then you'll be like, oh, and then it'll be time for another one.
I know. Yeah, I mean, she's really smart about having to go out and stuff. It's the only time she's had accidents, it's like our fault if I just wasn't paying attention to her or like taking.
Of course.
What there's so many things that I would want to talk about with the Jayne Gallagher, even though I feel like we're friends. This is crazy to like be friends with like someone I've watched online for so long, and I'm excited to like. Well, first of all, you're gonna come and give us like a little seminar. Would you want to do that? Like how would we do that? Like,
You want me to come tomorrow?
yeah,
We could do whatever
or
you
like,
wish, but yeah, we could do whatever you wish. We could go
yeah,
live, we could go dead. I mean,
we could
whatever
just
you want.
record it. People need to look at dog groomers like as a professional, because a lot of people just walk in and be like, I want you to do this, and then we're like, okay, no, like you don't go into a vet or doctor and tell them what they're gonna do. But
No.
I think same as your human hair, you can't go into a human hair and be like, I want my hair to look like Jennifer Aniston from the 90s. They're like, okay, fuck off. Like,
Interesting that you would say that because I had a chat with one of my favorite vets, and he had said to me, look, we were not respected in the world of veterinary medicine forever. And he said it wasn't until this conversation that I had with him was probably in like the early 2000s. And he said, like, I was broke ass. He said, I went to vet school. I had 5 kids and I was broke because his he felt that as a vet, he wasn't recognized as a true profession. And it wasn't until, honestly, recently in our history that, like, they bust ass. And they're like, the veterinary world is amazing. And so I feel that we kind of, as groomers, are on that same trajectory. Like everybody was like, okay,
yeah,
you shave and shampoo dogs, whoop-de-doo. No, no.
yeah.
So yeah.
Underlying thing people think of that just kind of belittle our industry, or like you're just playing with dogs. Like, what's the big deal?
Yes.
And I do think, like, yeah, you said the trajectory of people understanding that, because, and then I feel too, as dog groomers, we're very like empathetic, and we think of like others before ourselves a lot, and so we kind of get like walked over, like in the
You know
industry, same
what's
as vets.
another thing, this has nothing to do with Hershey or what we were going to talk about, but that usually happens to you and I. We go down a whole other path, and then we got to roundabout and come back. But today really just blew my mind. I had thing one and thing two come in. They were two Bashans from different families, and the neglect was so overwhelming that, my TikTok actually, it's discussing this, but more so the neglectful and deplorable condition of these two Bashans was how it affected me. I felt like crap all day. And the reason why is because I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm very sorry that you're living like this, because you are imprisoned by the actions of your owner. They're not raising you up. They're not giving you your best life. That would be the day that my dog would be walking around with his teeth held together by plaque. You better stop it right now. And I don't want to hear excuses about it, because I have 7 dogs. 7. They go every year for their. So I was completely Yeah. I was completely derailed by that because of the empathy that I feel for not only my fellow man, but my pack, my dogs that, you know, always find themselves on my table. It just really bugs me.
Yes, and I feel like a lot, but they're transferring a lot of this energy on us because like they are kind of like, well, it's the groomers, it's their job, they can just fix it. What, you have to shave it and like transfer it off of them, so like they're not blamed for it. And like and a lot of groomers like take that on, and then like the people get mad at us if we shave the dog, or get mad at us if there's like razor burn from like shaving a mat that's pelted to the skin. And it's like,
Right.
no, it's like, no, you're just tricking. They're almost like gaslighting us to be like, I neglected my pet, so it's your fault. We're like, wait, what? No.
And there are so many clues. Not only are we such a magnificent group of empathetic and high frequency folks, but like we're also detectives. So as soon as I saw the one dog and his front paw was licked like brown, half of the hair was gone, and I thought, here's a clue. What could it be, by golly? Well, it wasn't so hard to find because the dew claw was into his foot. And so, owner, you would have known that if your dog had been groomed regularly. But no, so this, and I could see it. Like, of course, I made up the scenario in my mind, but it's probably true. The dog is probably sitting there incessantly licking because it's uncomfortable. And I can just see the owner saying, stop licking, stop licking, stop licking. It's no, no, they're trying to communicate to you.
Yes, like, yeah, because having an ingrown nail is so painful, and like dogs can't communicate, and they have a good tolerance for pain, but like after a while, the like nagging pain, like they're just gonna be licking at it, like, help me.
Yeah, yeah. So
Crazy.
I feel like we deserve just a ton of respect because we absolutely wear many, many hats as groomers. We sure do.
Yeah. Yeah, more than just doing the haircut and stuff. Like, there's a lot of difference between like just having a job that you clock in and don't give a shit about, which I'm sure obviously there's some groomers like that, but it's pretty rare to find a groomer like
Very
that,
rare.
a groomer like that.
Yeah,
For our industry, they don't last long in the industry. Someone that
they
doesn't
do
do
not.
it.
They do not.
I always say, like, when I worked at Walmart stocking shelves, like, was I proud if I stocked the shelves really good that day? Yes, but it's not in comparison to like me caring and taking for a living creature. Like, there's just so much more that goes into it. So like when someone complains or someone's like mean to a groomer for making a mistake, it's like, so I don't think people realize how mean it is, like that, how much we
Right.
take that on.
Right. And honestly, press rewind briefly when you said, if somebody's clocking in just to get their job done. I'll tell you what, you can't fake passion. You can't fake it. That's why and it's contagious. That's why, like in my life, I'm very attracted to everyone's passion because it's exciting and it's stimulating. And I think about like Steve Irwin, who gave two shits about a crocodile swimming in the. Suddenly I did. Suddenly I was like, save the fox! When somebody is passionate, it's very attractive and you can't fake it.
I've gone through phases of like burnout and stuff, and like whatever's going on in your life where you're like, I don't feel like grooming today and stuff, but those, like a true dedicated groomer, that those kind of come and go, and you still have that bottom line passion for taking care of the animals, even if like sometimes the day to day is a drag. But I don't know, I wouldn't trade it for anything, because I mean there are sometimes too where I'm like, wouldn't it be easier some days to not have to care about living things and just go clock in and mindlessly work? But something about us that needs are like drawn to working with animals, like all groomer. I don't know. It's weird.
It gets in your system, it gets in your blood. That's why you still see me working 6 days a week at this age. Like, I don't feel it. I didn't feel time march on. I didn't feel like, oh my God, I'm closing in on the end of my third decade grooming. I don't feel that way. So, whoever came up with that idea, like, oh, when you do what you love, you don't work a day in your life, they were right. They were right
Yeah.
because I can't wait to go to work. And my kids I've always told them, yo, like if it's Christmas Day and there's tons of presents with my name on it under the tree, and like a bedraggled dirty dog walking past the house, I'm going to the dog. I don't give a shit about the presents. So like it's in my blood, it's in my soul, it's in my spirit. So, and I'm so damn glad about that. I'm really glad about that.
Yeah, no, me too. Like I do love it. Yeah, because there's just so many. There's been times where I've seen like a dog on the side of the road, and I just stop in the middle of traffic. And I'm like, we got to figure people I'm with. I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm like, we can't just leave the dog. Like, there's something ingrained in like in animal people that just
Yeah,
I forgot.
because
It's like
no, go ahead. Yeah.
no, I forgot what I was saying. What were you saying?
God, I can't. Whatever. We'll come back to something very profound, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we will. But yeah, so if you guys didn't know, we went to Hershey this past weekend. It's was amazing. It was my first time going to the big show. It was incredible meeting so many people. I honestly didn't I it made me did realize like a few hours into the first day be like, "Oh, okay, I actually have followers." You don't realize it until you see them in person. A lot of people, because we like us content people are like, when a video gets 100 views, we're like, oh, that video failed. But like I met 100 people, and the 100 people is a lot. Like a video that gets 100 views is like, we need to start celebrating those, because like I was shocked at like meeting that many people that like related to my content, and walking around with you, especially like us two together. Everyone's like, you too. Like it's so cool to feel the community like that, and not even just of like, oh my god, I feel famous. It wasn't even like that. It wasn't like a I feel special. It was more of, oh, I did feel special, but it was almost like I felt welcomed into the community. I didn't feel like better than anyone I was taking pictures with. It felt we were all like the same.
And I'll tell you, for me, we talked about this before. I recently was called a micro influencer. I thought that that
Yeah.
was really a special crown to wear because I didn't even know that existed. A micro influencer. And I had met an awful lot of people in person who said amazing things to me. Like, I took your class last year and I carried it with me and it changed how I look at things. And thank you so much for, showing us a different way to look at grooming. And I'll tell you what, Jay, that resonated with me because sometimes I get on TikTok or whatever and I run my mouth. I just like start running my mouth. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But to hear somebody say what you said to me impacted me so much that I took it and it's still with me. That is like so amazing because again, it proves the point of you never know when you are going to crash into somebody's trajectory and change their life. Um, and as much shit as social media gets, I want to give it some love because I have met so many friends through social media that my God, and here's another thing. I wanted to mention this on my TikTok, but I keep forgetting. So when I coined the phrase of myself a couple years ago, which was I'm the mother of freestyle, breaker of chains. Do you know how many messages I get in my inbox? Mom, mother, ma, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here. So it's been a wild ride. It's been an amazing ride. And Hershey in particular, that brought us together, you and I changed my life as well. Like I feel like I have another son, two sons, you and Dylan.
I know. Oh, that's so nice to hear. No, yeah, I feel like I have a new bestie, a new adoptive grooming mom. I know we gotta make like a channel called like your dog grooming mom or something.
Yeah.
It
Oh
can be
my
super
God, it's
cute.
true.
Yeah, and like just to have people call in to talk to, like, it definitely like that is really good branding, and we could figure that out. You could get like make smocks, t-shirts, you know what I mean, like your dog grooming mom. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very true because so many groomers like come to me with that relationship. Like, but that's okay. Like I said, it's nothing that I ever expected, but I just really love my grooming family and I call all the groomers my family. And I love them all. I like love my groomers.
Yeah, me too. Like I instantly felt like this was the first time I felt love for strangers. It was really weird. Like just people coming up to me and I could just like feel their vibe and their energy. And I'm just like normally like I'm kind of blocked off to strangers because I'm just kind of like I don't care about people. I just care about dogs or whatever. This was the first time where I'm like I care about like every person here. Like it was so weird because I'm such like an animal over people person.
Yeah.
Not when it comes to the dog grooming community because we're all like the same. They all just like get us. We're all weird. Like I don't know.
You know,
I love it.
and we're validated amongst each other. And of course, this recent thing with whatever, the ghostwriter on Reddit. That's very
We have to talk about puppy.
yeah, I felt that that was so unfortunate. I felt that that was so unfortunate for Puppy Whistledown. The rest of us, we don't need to subscribe to that and we don't need to validate it. And in fact, I don't. I don't.
No, I
But
don't.
it was very upsetting to me for them to feel that way about our wondrous, magical, amazing community of groomers. I was heartbroken for them.
Yes, and I honestly like it felt kind of forced to me. Whistledown shit. I was genuinely confused. I was like, how could you leave that scenario like with a bad taste in your mouth? Like, I mean, I know you could, but I'm saying like overall, meeting all those positive vibes, energy, and then leave saying it's corrupt or whatever they were. I don't even know what they were saying. Like, oh, like they have followers and they're getting more, and like Blake only has good hair, and it's like, are you? Hello? That was the craziest one. Claiming that Blake Hernandez doesn't know how to groom is actually insane. I'm like, are we blind? Like, or what's going on? Like, does he have to prove himself more? Like, I don't even understand. Like, that was so insane.
And I took that very personally because here we go. He's like my grooming son, and he's been so for years now. Yeah, he's been I've felt that connection with him for years and years and years. I get very protective of the folks that I know and love. And I've always said that to know him is to love him. He's an amazing guy. He has been through it in his life outside of grooming, and yet to continue to push forward, make his life better, make his life positive. Like, how dare you? How dare you? Like that really bugged me to the 10th degree. It really did. But again, just as quickly as it came on, it's quickly disappearing because, yeah,
My goal
yeah,
is to just walk up in front of everyone and start doing a stand up set. And they're like, no one invited you.
yeah.
Just grab the mic from like Jay or whatever, like hosting the Barclays. But like, yeah, I thought it was crazy and it was so stupid to of like it felt like they were trying to they wanted to like create drama, they wanted like attention, which they had got for like a day, but most people didn't even know about it. Like I told my like the girls at my salon, they're like, puppy who, what, they didn't even hear about it, and they were so
Yeah,
confused. They're like, wait, what could they be talking shit about Blake for? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, they're
right?
just searching for shit at this point. Like what? I couldn't even read it all. There were so many, and there were like they were trying to do all Bridgerton, like British sounding, and the shtick got really old real quick. I couldn't like.
Read none of it. Donovan sent me a paragraph, of course, because I didn't engage. Yeah, I didn't engage at all. So I'm glad that it kind of is gone, and we just don't need that. Nobody needs it in any walk of life. You don't need it. From my perspective, I judge freestyle, right? And I'll know everybody up there. Maybe I've had a long history. Maybe they've even taken my classes. Once they start grooming and I step down and I'm looking at the stage of dogs, it reminds me of, do you remember those pictures where it would say, like, find the picture and you have to, like, cross your eyes and, like, look to see
Yeah,
something pop? Do you know what I'm talking about? What is that
yeah,
called?
like an optical illusion. Yeah,
The optical illusion. So when I step down, everything fades except those dogs. Like my focus now is on
yeah,
the dogs. I don't care who's grooming it. Like I can look. And
yeah.
by the way, I always, always, always recruit another judge who's not even in my class to corroborate what
Ooh.
I'm seeing. I will
Yeah,
call
peer
on
review.
I will call my senior judges and say, these are my picks and why. Can you can I get your opinion? So like to say that that's fixed is just such total B the fuck wait S
Yeah.
be the
No. Be the F with
God.
Jayne Gallagher
You
is
know
the
what?
name of this episode.
The name of that will make people listen. I think we can go on. Game that the podcast is over now. I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep laughing. Oh my